Hi, Pisces. How are you lovely creatures doing today? So, October. This is for general. You know, if work comes up, it comes up. If love comes up, it comes up. But I'm thinking of doing a mid-month love reading for all the signs. So, I was feeling your energy and I kept hearing busy, busy bee, bees. Bees could have a significance. I was chased by a bee today. I think it was a yellow jacket. It was like after me, you know? So I wanted to get into your October 2025 reading. And I think I want to do a cross spread. So I always kind of just vibe things out. So what is the current issue or situation for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, October 2025, October, Pisces issue, and the obstacle. Whoa, what? Okay. So, are we resisting some change? Let's see what else. What is the conscious and unconscious energy? I mean, I saw the Sun card wanting to come out, but a lot of cards want to come out. Okay, conscious energy for Pisces. Y'all be all scattered around right now. I feel overall, though, it's a good... a little confusion, but I don't think you're upset about it. Maybe you are. Unconscious energy. Unconscious energy. What is the conscious energy for Pisces for October 2025? Okay. Now, I didn't say anything. Past for Pisces. Pisces past. Pisces past. Pisces could be recent past. Whoa. Okay, 2 wanted to come out. Maybe there was a decision you made and you were just kind of hermiting. I know this is a hanged man, but you gain a lot of wisdom when you're just hanging there. All right, future. That it will be if we don't solve this issue. Future for Pisces if we don't solve the issue. Pisces. Whoa, okay, fine. Jesus. Okay, I just need one. So please. I always get overwhelmed with all these cards, but I want to say always. Okay, again, too much. Just one card, please, for the future. It will be if we don't solve the problem. Oh my god, I keep getting 3 no matter what. Let's do one card, please. Maybe it's just my deck. I need to get a new one because this one's getting a little too sticky. maybe I will get my mini deck wherever that is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Page of Wands, if we do not solve the issue. And what you're doing right now that's not, or likely unsuccessful. Okay, just one, please. Everyone's coming out in threes. Threes and threes. And I know. It's threes are special. What you are doing now that is likely unsuccessful. Let's see. Oh, okay. Of course, we've got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, staying down on the ground and just staying in the dumps and staying at your low is obviously not going to help, but okay. Counselor. Too many cards. Just one, please. For the influence. Okay. So, Six of Cups. Hope or fear. Eight of Cups. And I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. You can see it mostly. And desired outcome or feared outcome. Desired or feared outcome for Pisces for October 2025. Oh, yeah. Hopefully that's in the view. So, for Pisces, Queen of Cups reversed. Maybe the issue for some of you guys is, I mean, the Queen of Cups is a great card to get. When it's in reversed, I feel as though maybe you're afraid of standing in that power. You know you have power. This is what I tell all of you guys, because especially the people who are aiming to improve themselves, you guys are so powerful and in a good way, influential and just helpful. So when I see Queen of Cups reversed, I feel like the issue is you being in reverse, and you could easily just turn your way right side up. So I have these two, the Hanged Man and the Tower, are the major arcana. And, you know, I see a good combination of everything. I see, let's see, so like 1, 2, 3, 4 wands and swords and water. A lot of water. Obviously, you guys are water signs, but so the issue here is I think you're maybe afraid of some change that needs to happen. And you know it, and sometimes it's so easy to basically, it's easy to be comfortable and stay in the same situation because it's comfortable, even though it's not making you feel as empowered. So the obstacle being the Tower. I mean, the Tower, these major arcana is inevitable, you know? I mean, the Hangman is in the past, granted, but this guy, I mean, you see him, right? He has got light all around his head, and he's also very elegant for being hung upside down. Very elegant, very composed. So whatever is troubling you, I feel like there is a need for you to remember. I feel like the Tower, this card is overpowering this card. Look at her when she's right set up. She's like, look at this, what I've created. Look at all the things that my feet are in water. Like, I am intuitive. I am in control of my emotions. I am abundant. And then over it is like change. Are you afraid that when this happens, you're not going to be in your power anymore? Are you just sitting in your comfort zone for some reason with something? And maybe it's like in your past, you have options, you have opportunities. Maybe you're not sure which one. I mean, you're very, very creative, obviously. And also, like, we have the 10 of Wands here, so it makes me think that you've built up a certain situation over time, and your back is getting tired, and you're like, hey, can I put these wands down? But once you do, things will change automatically because you're not trying to fit into some mold. When I think of Queen of Cups, I always feel like this person has a knowing and is also very secure in their feelings. But right now, it just seems like you're confused. You're very confused about the situation, and what you're doing when you're confused is you're not feeling on top of the world. You're just kind of, this person, isn't in control. They're just kind of feeling like rock bottom, and that's it. And obviously, staying in this energy isn't going to help the Queen of Cups become right side up. So, and maybe you're reflecting on the past and like what was so good in the beginning. We've got, this is a beautiful, like, abundant energy. There's flowers in all of these cups. There's love, there's some passion, there's communication. And this is basically in my mind, it feels like this is what's keeping you going, but it's also, you're just feeling confused because maybe it's not like this anymore. You're trying to get back to this. So if we don't solve the problem, we're just going to stay in this kind of naive energy. But I mean, a page is no king or queen or even knight for that fact. But I usually would like the Page of Wands. But we need to solve this issue of change is coming, and change is inevitable this month. Like, this Tower card is showing me that no matter what I say or what you're interpreting, this is gonna happen. And I love a Tower card. I like change. It may be unpleasant in the moment, of course, but after you take it on, it feels like a fresh perspective later on. It may take some healing, but, and you're afraid. You're like, what if I leave all of these beautifully stacked cups? What if I leave this behind, and I already did such a good job, making them pretty and but now I'm going on a different adventure and it feels right, but you're I feel like you're worried that this person, if there's a person in your life, you're worried they're a player, You don't want them to be. You want them to prove themselves to be loyal and committed and wanting to grow and go on a journey together. If this is about love. I mean, it's hard to not think of love when I see all of these cups. But I really like to focus on the individual of these reads, of course, because if you're cross watching, it may be a whole different story. And maybe I'll do like a separate video for all signs for cross watching another, but I'm just getting like, you're very confused, but yet you have power and you have authority over yourself and your emotions. And sometimes, you know, I forgot where I heard it from, but aren't a lot of people these days addicted to their pain? Because I feel like being addicted to pain is not helping you get what you want. And what you want is to, you know, go on a journey and make the best out of it. And you're a little confused, but I feel like the tower will make that decision for you. So you may be confused, but I feel like the tower is going to make decisions for you. And it may not be the most happy in the moment, but you know, the universe has your back. Like, I just see so much abundance. I feel it. And my ultimate outcome card is the Emperor. And Pisces stepping in that authority is what we need more in this world, especially because Pisces are such healers and they do well for others. And what I'm loving is that you're reflecting on the good times with good people in your life, with the abundance. And, you know, the abundance is coming in. You know, and abundance doesn't necessarily mean money. It can mean abundant ideas, abundant creativity. Pardon me. Whew. There could be abundance of time, you know, and this, you may be feeling very, very extremely confused about the situation you're in, but once you like remember who you are, which I know you do, Pisces are no fools unless you want to be a fool. All I know is that right now in this moment, and you know, things are always subject to change. That's why I always say, like, check out your other signs, especially because a lot of these like signs are very polarizing to one another. But I feel like overall, Pisces sun, moon, and rising, just know that you have that strength. You bring things to completion. You know, your creativity comes in handy. And yeah, so I have the feeling that we should do. Should we do some animal? Should we do animal card? Animal spirit? Let's do it for October. And I'm just letting you know the outcome. You're afraid of what other people are doing. Just remember you. And I know it's so easy in Libra season to get caught up in the other person, but I feel like by the end you're going to be sitting in your power and you're going to be passionate. And I'm just all about empowerment, you know? So, and oh, okay. Okay, crow again. The crow and crocodile. It's so funny. The crow. I mean, it's just funny getting the crow for Halloween, you know? Even though we feed crows around here. All right. So we'll do crow. and crocodile. We'll do crocodile first. Crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy, and cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decision, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's changes will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. So, I mean, it kind of all makes sense, right? Because this is when you're in a confused energy, you should not be making decisions. In the past, you did make a decision and you made a decision to stay. And whatever your obstacle and issue is, but all right, crow. Crow, 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 where are you? Crow, crow, crow. Aha. Crow, spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. So, when you're in balance, you're feeling psychic and strong and clear. And when out of balance, it's not grounded and hypersensitive. And meditation is key, right? So if you're feeling like this, instead of letting the mind spiral downward, just remember to breathe. All this confusion in your head will sort itself out. But I feel like the universe is going to decide for you. So the crocodile was like, don't make any decisions. The crow is like, meditate and get in your psyche, but not in your, like, the ego must dissipate a little bit. But overall, I feel like the tower happens whether or not we want it to. It's not like we have full control over the tower. The tower just happens. So I feel like instead of us making a decision, let's just write it out this month and we'll see what happens next month for us. But yes, I'm going to do like a mid-month check-in. I'm going to aim to do that on like Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's already the 9th. I'm so late. I'm sorry. I'll get on time eventually, but I'm on time for everything else, but these readings are a little bit meh. Anyways, I love you, Pisces. And you know what? Every time you see a crow, just remember how smart they are and don't ever screw over a crow, you know? All right, love you. Bye.